What's up, Haunters, and welcome to episode 7 of Prototype, the series, where in each episode we check out a different prototype animatronic from Spirit Halloween of a released or unreleased animatronic. Today being episode 7 means we have made 7 episodes so far, and there are 3 more to go, which is really crazy that we're almost approaching the end of the season. But for today, I decided to choose a very special animatronic, which is one that would have been so cool if it was released. Today we're talking about the demonic circus clown back from 2013. This guy was made by Gemmy, and overall is a pretty cool clown prop. He has this interesting look and everything. He's supposed to be this devilish clown, I guess. He has little horns on his head and everything. Overall, it's a cool looking prop, and it's unfortunate that it never got released. But anyways, we're going to be talking about everything about this guy today. But of course, before we get to talk about stuff, let's check out a demo video of him.
Go ahead, run away. I'll just catch up with you later in your nightmares. You've never met a clown like me before, and you never will again. Hey, you look familiar. Maybe it's because I've been hiding under your bed.
And that, of course, was a demo video of the demonic circus clown. Overall, as you can tell, he doesn't have too much motion. He just has kind of a head and a bit of arm movement. For what he is, he does also look really cool. Of course, like we do at the start of every single video, let's just quickly go over some stats that we know about this guy. So, of course, this guy is known by a couple of different names. The name most people call him is the demonic circus clown, but some other people know him as the psychotic clown. If this guy were to have been sold, he would have been sold in 2013, which 2013 was an awesome year for Spirit, and it would have been cool if this guy sold that year. This guy would have been 6 to 7 feet tall. I don't think it's really known as exact height. Of course, he was produced by Gemmy, which I did mention earlier. Current status, he is unreleased, of course, and probably will never be released. And exclusivity status, this would have been a Spirit Halloween exclusive, which is really awesome. And price-wise, like with all these prototypes, it never got into the actual final stages of production after you go into stores, so we never know the price. But for this guy, if I were to assume a price, I'd say a good $200, maybe to $250. Somewhere in that price range, I think this guy would have sold for. But yeah, of course, for what this guy is, he just has this simple outfit on. He's got the purple stripe on one side, and the other side is this orange stripe with all the black dots on it. So kind of that orange, black, and purple Halloween colors, which is a nice color scheme for a Halloween animatronic. And of course, like I mentioned about his movement, his arms and head kind of moved around, but that was really it. And his eyes did also light up, which is awesome. So yeah, that's kind of the basic information we know about this prop. Pretty cool. Not the craziest guy we've ever seen, but he is definitely a cool looking one. I especially love that face design they chose for him. It looks awesome. But yeah, now that we looked at just some basic information about him, let's go a little bit deeper into some other information about this guy that is really, really cool. So of course, one cool thing, which it's not really certain that this is true, it's just kind of speculation by a lot of people. People think that this clown is the result of what could have been Wacky Mole clown, because it's believed that Spirit Halloween asked multiple companies to make a blacklight reactive clown animatronic, which I think when Spirit Halloween comes up with designs for stuff, they usually ask a few different companies to make designs for a certain product, and then go with one company for it. So it is believed that Spirit asked a few different companies to make a blacklight reactive clown, and they of course went with the SVI Wacky Mole clown. But people also think that this guy was another version of that blacklight clown, which this guy could have been in place of Wacky Mole, which could have been interesting. I don't know if he'd be as much of a fan favorite as Wacky Mole, but it would have been cool to see this guy also just in stores beside Wacky Mole and everything. And of course, like I said, this guy's also a blacklight reactive clown, which is cool. So if you were to put this guy under blacklight, his clothing would all glow really vibrant, which I like when they do that with props. I don't really like if they do that on every prop, but once in a while to have a prop that's blacklight reactive is cool, especially if you have black lights in your haunt. It really makes it shine more, their clothing and their look and everything, which is cool. And another thing about this prop that sets it aside from other stuff Gemmy has made is that this demonic clown here was only built with one set of poles in the middle. So if you know most Gemmy props, they kind of have 2 poles going up from the base, but this guy surprisingly was only built with 1 pole, which is a little strange for how big of a prop he is, because usually I had 2 poles, so he has like really stable support, but just to have 1 pole is a little bit strange. But that's kind of interesting that Jimmy went with a bit of a different design than what they typically do for this type of prop, especially at the time that they made this. Of course, this prop, he was first discovered in 2018 when someone put him up on eBay. Before that, it wasn't really known that this guy was a prototype animatronic, so we really only knew about this guy since 2018. And something else cool is Demonic Clown's audio. I'm not fully sure if it was original audio they used for him or if it was audio that had already previously made, but either ways, after this guy, they had made him, his audio that they used for the kind of like test version of him was later reused on several other clown animatronics, some that were sold by Spirit Halloween and some by other retailers. And mostly by Sunstar. Lots of Sunstar props use this guy's audio on lots of their clown and other animatronics, which is kind of interesting. And of course, now, just to end off the video, I just kind of want to say my opinions on this guy. So I do think he is a pretty cool prop. I'm especially a huge fan of that head design there. If you look at it, like, it just looks really well done, and I love the concept for it. It looks really nice. One thing I would say that maybe would have made this guy better is if they would have changed up their clothing a bit. Like, I understand they're trying to go with the Halloween color scheme, but for what it is, I would have much preferred like a different colors, or maybe like darker purplish colors. It just doesn't really seem like that good of color scheme, but it does work for this prop and everything. Yeah, overall, this guy is a cool prop. It would have been cool to see his concept taken farther, maybe had a few adjustments made to it and have been released at Spirit. But overall, it's a cool prop and a cool prototype. And yeah, with all that said, that's it for episode 7 of Prototype. There's 3 more episodes to go in the series until the end of all these videos. And so far, it's been really fun talking about all these prototype animatronics, like check out these animatronics, and seeing what could have been a cool animatronic from Spirit Halloween, but was canceled. Of course, if you like this video, definitely make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you get notified when I upload my next upload. Next Wednesday or Thursday. I know I've been sometimes doing it on Thursday instead of Wednesday, but whenever it comes out, turn on your notifications to make sure that you know when my video is out. And of course, if you're a fan of everything Halloween, make sure to subscribe to the channel too, because every Saturday I have my weekly upload, which is really fun. I always have different things happening every Saturday, like maybe an unboxing, checking out some Spirit Halloween stuff, or just other Halloween stuff that is happening that week in the Halloween community. But anyways, that is it. I'll see you all next time.